Could you use a quick tip daily? How about a tip that can impact your day? My name is Raphael. Join me as I bring you tips by experts around the world. These experts have shared their knowledge and wisdom with me and will directly share them with you. Make sure to subscribe, like, follow, and comment, and I would love for you to become part of the New Tip Daily community. Welcome back to New Tip Daily. Today, we're going to be talking about happy feet. Yes, happy feet. Episode number 78. Happy to be here. Thank you so much for joining me on New Tip Daily. So, the concept of happy feet, what does that mean? So, I went shopping the other day, on Sunday, and I went from a bowling alley where people were putting on other shoes that didn't belong to them. Maybe they somewhat fit, maybe they were comfortable, maybe they were uncomfortable. And some people had to guess the size of their kids' feet because the kids' feet are always growing. And then we also have to consider what these poor women went through in China and other countries when they bound their feet in order to make someone else happy. Wow, that is so tragic. I'm happy they're not doing that anymore. That was truly barbaric, if you will. So I think when I was younger, I always thought I was a certain size, and I always try to stuff my foot into a sneaker that was it fit just right, but it didn't really fit just right. Because if this is the outer part, it was snug in there. There was no room for my foot to move if I was running, moving left, right, wherever I was going. So I always said, oh my God, I hate getting new sneakers because I always have to break them in. Well, yes and no. Breaking them in is just wearing them a little bit, but not breaking them in for a week. And then maybe your feet get accustomed to it, or maybe your feet were just like, give me space, give me space. So when we think about happy feet, we have to start with the comfort level, right? Happy feet to me means that either I am having my feet at the beach and I have sand going through them, or I have water in them, or I put my feet in the water. I'm sitting at the edge of a pool and I'm moving my feet around. Man, those are some happy feet. A lot of times I've had pedicures in the past, and my feet were really happy. Somebody was taking care of my feet. So they were, sanding down, if you will, right? The calluses that we built underneath our feet. And they were, massaging them, taking care of them, and it felt really good. The other thing that you may want to consider is going to a foot massage. Have you ever had a foot massage? And gentlemen, this is not only for the ladies. Guys can get a foot massage too. And I know a lot of times it's the guys giving their girlfriends or their wives a foot massage, but it can be the other way around. A foot massage, there is so many great points. If you think of reflexology on the bottom of your feet and also on the sides of your feet, there's different pressure points that can hit your liver, your heart, your kidneys. So taking care of your feet is going to take care of all of you. So yes, I did go for New Balance, right? Let me show you what I mean by taking care of your feet, right? So I'm going to pull out a sneaker here, and I'm showing everybody, anybody listening to this, I'm showing a New Balance sneaker. It's totally brand new. I just took it out of the box. So this sneaker is not worn out anywhere. I haven't even worn it yet. I think I'm going to start wearing it sometime this week. I think I have about 20 pairs of shoes, at my business that I wear for my business. I always change shoes. Maybe I'll wear a pair of shoes for 2 weeks, maybe 3, and then I'll just try a different pair and I will wear them. I'll wear them for 3, then I'll go for a different pair. And then I always come back to the certain sneakers, right? So when I first start wearing these, I might wear them for the first time for a full month. Um, and then I'll put them aside and then I'll go back to a previous pair. And then eventually I'll come back to these as well so that I will have a good amount of time wearing them. But in totality, it will probably be about 6 months of wear. And I know that they will look probably exactly like this, maybe a little bit worn. The reason I understood this is because I had a client of mine who is a podiatrist. And I was walking and she goes, "Do me a favor, turn around and walk away from me." I'm like, "Well, that's kind of odd." And she goes, "Trust me, just walk." I said, "Okay." So I'm walking and she goes, "How long have you had those sneakers?" And I said, "I don't know, maybe 12, 13 months." She goes, "Why?" I said, "Because they look brand new. I don't wear, this was in my martial arts school. I said, I don't wear them outside. I only wear them indoors. So they really don't get that wear and tear." And she goes, "That's what you think." I said, "When you put on a pair of sneakers, you start to feel, you start to wear out one side of your sneaker, depending on the way you walk. So the way we walk is going to affect our bodies, right? So having a good insole, right? Even Dr. Scholl's, not that I'm promoting them, or any like gelling. If you're gelling, then you must be happy. So having a good pair of sneakers and maybe even having a good support. So the other thing that I like about New Balance is that it has really good arch support. And being that I had trouble with my feet because my feet turned backwards. I had polio. They turned all the way behind me, so my feet were facing backwards. And so I had to turn them back around. I wore braces for a very long time. This happened probably around the age of 3, 2.5, 3. And so what wound up happening is I could not wear regular shoes or sneakers or anything. I had to wear special shoes in order to help reformat, if you will, my feet. I'm very bow-legged. If you look at me, it doesn't look like it if you're not really paying attention to it. But when I was a kid, it looked like I just got off a big fat horse. So that was something interesting that happened in my life. And I'm not asking for pity. I'm just telling you what happened, right? So I learned early on to walk, and then I lost that ability. And then I had to learn how to truly walk. And so because I'm bow-legged, my legs go, in the middle. I have to make a huge effort to make my knees touch. Some people can just sit there, or even standing, they can have their knees touching. If I'm standing, my knees are not touching. So what does that mean to me? It means I'm bow-legged. That's really what it means. But if I want to have my knees touch, I have to make an effort to make them touch. So here's the thing. We wear our sneakers or our shoes out according on the inside, according to the way we walk, or on the outside, according to the way we walk. Now, the discomfort is going to come if you wear your sneakers for a long time, and your body's going to get into that. If I'm, let's say I'm on a flat surface, right? Let me get the box for it. I'll show you a flat surface, right? I'm going to put the sneaker on top of the flat surface. So if I'm on a flat surface, that's fine. That's not a problem. But over time, if I start to wear it out, as you notice, my shoes lifted on one side, so now my body is going to be misaligned because of the wear on one side of my sneaker. And what happens when that happens? That's kind of funny. What happens when that happens is that the rest of your body becomes affected. Your knees become affected. Your hips become affected. And eventually, when you turn around and you go, man, my back hurts, it could be because your shoes are not straight on, right? They're not, your shoes are meant to be flat on the surface, but when you wear them on one side, all of a sudden your body's leaning over to that side. And if you're doing both of them, then your body is a little bit off. So you want to have that alignment. Now, a lot of people don't realize it, but one foot is usually bigger than the other. Which one? You tell me. I'd love to know which one on you is bigger than the other. So here's the concept. This is what my podiatrist told me. Every 6 months, you should get a new pair of sneakers. Now, if you're not if you're not used to buying new sneakers every 6 months, think of it for, as a car, right? A car is running all the time. You have to change tires every so often, right? When they wear out. Why do you think they flip the tires in a car, right? From the back to they change them out because they're being worn in a certain way. And once they wear out a bit, you're going to have trouble. So that's why we get new tires for our cars. What do you think we are? We're moving around. Yeah, we're not traveling as far as a car does, but we're traveling enough. So we need to change our, if you will, our tires, which are our sneakers or our shoes. If you don't wear sneakers, then your shoes. The other thing that we need to consider is the type of dress shoe we wear. As men, we want to also have that comfort level. You don't want to wear something where you're bound and it's so tight on you. And then the other thing I gotta say to the ladies, women have trouble if they wear stiletto shoes all of the time. All of the time. Um, you want your feet were never meant to be in stiletto shoes. Don't get me wrong, I think it's super sexy, but for a woman to be wearing stiletto shoes constantly, you're just putting extra strain on your body. So if you're going out, maybe you wear high heels, stilettos, but then as soon as you get a chance, take them off. Your body was not meant to run in those, to walk in those. Nobody, in reality, I'm wondering who was the first person that designed women's shoes and decided to put a heel higher than normal. For men, a little heel was put up just so that, I don't know really the reason, but usually a heel is like this much. Some men wear 3-inch heels. Some men wear 1-inch heels. Some men wear, half or three-quarter inch heels. Depends on your style or what you're comfortable with. Some men wear higher heels because maybe they're trying to be taller. You should be, excuse me, for everyone, you should be proud of the gift of your body and whatever height you're at. You should be proud of that. So, yeah, you can, but don't feel the pressure to feel taller. You are what you are. So be proud. If you're short, you're short. If you're tall, you're tall. If you're medium size, you're medium size. You are a gift to this world. Just remember that. So taking care of your feet is going to take care of your entire body. So have happy feet, healthy feet. You know, I I have friends of mine who I have a new guy. Actually, he's coming on Friday. Travis. He's gonna do a record hike, and he's gonna be hiking. I think for a year or whatever, however long it's gonna take him, like several months to to take this hike, and we'll ask him on Friday. So tune in on Friday, and we'll just confirm that with him. But if you can imagine, and I said to him, what type of sneakers or shoes or hiking gear are you going to have with you? Will you have walking sticks? He said, yes, absolutely. He's going to need walking sticks. So whatever it is that you need to be comfortable in your feet, in your shoes, do it. Dr. Scholl's, anything that's going to help you. And it doesn't hurt if you've never been to a podiatrist. Just go have them do an assessment. Take a look at your feet. You know, listen, your feet take you places. Protect them. Protect your feet. Keep them happy. Thank you. Thank you so much for allowing me to give you this tip. And the number one tip I think that is really comes out of this is buy your shoes often enough. And here's the other one, right? What do we do with our sneakers once they're 6 months old? Do we go, well, maybe I can get 7 months out of it? Maybe you could. After that, I don't think that you should. But there are people out there who would love to have your barely used sneakers, and it will do them good, right? They can't afford certain things. So if we can donate to a church or a pantry or something like that, to a Goodwill, so that someone else may benefit from your lightly worn shoes, and hopefully they will not wear them out. Maybe they'll see this tip and they'll maybe wear them for a little bit and maybe go get another pair. So don't overwear your shoes, just the same way you would change the tires on your car. Change the tires on your feet. So, and then the other tip is go check out a podiatrist. Find one that, listen, your insurance may cover it. And if it doesn't, it's okay. It's worth it to go for an appointment and just go, why are you here? You have a problem? No problem. I'm good. I just want you to check me out and give me an assessment. If I'm wearing, and bring your sneakers with you. Here's the thing that you should do also. Another tip, I'm sorry. Here's the other tip you should do. Take whatever shoes you have with you to your podiatrist appointment. Bring a bag. If you have 10 pairs, bring them all. And say, look, I brought all my sneakers. I want you to assess, how am I using them? Are they worn out? Are they this? So they can help you. Thank you so much for joining me on New Tip Daily. I would love to hear your tips. Let me know what you think. If you like the show, don't like the show, make a comment. The more comments you make, the more I know that this is coming forward to you, and maybe one tip made a difference for you. I'd love to hear that. And when that happens, man, do I light up. So thank you again for being here with me today. Make sure to make your day exceptional and follow me. Follow me on my social media. Reach out to me that way. And I will see you tomorrow as we recap this Sunday, if you will, recap of buying sneakers and then how I talked about it on Monday, Tuesday, and today. The reason I talked about it on Monday was to empower your employees. And the reason I said that is because I was greeted by a clerk at DSW who was empowered. And that's what brought up the idea to bring to you guys to empower your workforce. I empower my workforce, so make sure you do yours too, and you'll be more profitable. Thank you guys. Have an amazing, amazing rest of your day. Make it exceptional.